Hello, namaste, welcome back to the Nifty City channel. Early video this time. संडे के जगह हम सैटरडे को ही आ गए हैं. रीजन बीइंग फ्री है तो बना लिया वीडियो. क्यों वेट करे कल का, राइट? सो क्या हाल चाल है सबके? मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग राइट नाउ, इफ जो रेगुलर ट्रेडर्स है SGX निफ्टी यूएस मार्केट्स ट्रैक कर रहे हैं, देयर हैज बीन अ ड्रास्टिक फॉल. Okay, so a lot of opinions are coming. Everything is very negative right now. Markets are going to crash. First, let's discuss what is the reason for this. Okay, reason number one आया था ECB, जो it's a central bank in Europe. They have said कि we are hiking the interest rates. जो हमारा growth push था, growth accommodative stance था, we are withdrawing that. So there are going to be rate hikes because inflation is rising. So first rate hike is going to be on the 1st of July, followed by September. Okay. Good thing that they have done, they have laid out the plan. So there are not going to be any shock surprises on that front. Second thing, what has happened to worsen the fear is the most feared thing has happened. US inflation expected tha 8.3% पे आएगा. It has come in at 8.6%. Okay. Again, it has broken its 40-year-old record को उसने जो यही साल तोड़ा था वापस तोड़ दिया record. So US inflation fear is real, right? So because of that, markets have tanked. Now, why do markets tank when inflation goes up? So when we say inflation goes up, what do we mean by inflation? That the prices of everything is going to go up, right? So prices of shelter, food, gas, etc., everything is going to go up. So when the prices go up, the demand comes down, obviously, for non-essential items. जो essential items है वो तो consume करने ही पड़ेंगे. So in this scenario, what happens is the central bank steps in and they hike the interest rates, okay, so that they pull the liquidity out of the system. So now what has happened is, if the inflation rate is not coming under control despite the US central bank Fed Reserve hiking the rates, so what they're going to do is they're going to hike the rates even more aggressively. Now what that does is that increases the bond yield. Okay, so we have bonds, traditional item, versus stocks. So when the bond yields are high, the hedge funds and the big houses, they remove their money from stocks and invest it in bonds. Okay, bonds is a safe, risk-free return that they get, fixed return. So if that fixed return is going to be increasing and stocks is going to become very volatile, so they will park their money in risk-free returns. This leads to a stock market crash. Okay, a correction in price, basically. Now, one positive thing out of this is what? That markets don't like uncertainty. Okay. So before any big event, just like before the US inflation data, you will see a lot of spikes. Okay. So even on Friday, yesterday, even in our market, we saw a lot of spikes. Okay. Prices going up, coming down, going up, coming down. That becomes difficult for a trader, right? We want a clear direction. So when the market uncertainty is over, that time you will get a clear trend, a clear direction. Okay. So right now, what we can say for sure is that by Monday, Tuesday, this inflation shock will get priced into the market. Okay. Market इसको price in कर लेगा. जितना गिरना होगा मार्केट गिर लेगा. उसके बाद कोई इवेंट ऐसा है नहीं जिसके लिए मार्केट को एक शॉक मिलेगा. Talking about the local Indian market, our industrial growth has increased by roughly around 4%. It has come at around, I think, 7.6%, which is good. So industrial growth in India is good as of now. But are we going to trade on basis of that? As usual, no. We are going to be trading on basis of our technicals. Okay. So we have this SGX Nifty chart. For those of you who don't know, SGX Nifty is a Singapore exchange. Especially, it follows the Indian prices itself, especially made for NRIs to invest. Okay, non-resident Indians to invest. So that is a very good tool to see what is going to happen, gap down, gap up on Monday. So as of now, SGX Nifty, you can see here, has closed at 16,048. Now the important level for us is going to be 16,000. Okay. Now we have to see whether on Monday we open below 16,000 or no. So as of now, if you see the low here, we have not breached 16,000 is somewhere here. We have not breached 16,000 on SGX Nifty. Okay. The low was 16,014. Okay. So we have not breached 16,000, which is a good thing. If we open below 16,000, then it's going to be trouble. Okay, let's see why. Let's move on to our Nifty daily chart. Okay, now on a Nifty daily chart, I had a trend line from the bottom. Somewhere around this trend line only, we have taken support today. But definitely 100%, we're going to open below the trend line on Monday. Now, when we open below the trend line, there are going to be 2 to 3 situations that we have to discuss. Okay, situation number 1, we open above 16,000. Okay, 16,000 ke upar humne open kiya. Then it will become important to see if there is any dip, whether we sustain above 16,000 or no. अगर हम 16,000 के ऊपर sustain कर रहे हैं, then there is absolutely no tension. So what we have to do is we have to give the market 15 to 30 minutes. ठीक है, पेशेंटली मार्केट को देखो 15 to 30 minutes. अगर 15 to 30 minutes we are sustaining above 16,000, then definitely 100 पॉइंट का स्टॉप लॉस 15,900 तक का स्टॉप लॉस लेके you can go for a positional long, right? In case we open below 16,000, directly we open below 16,000. And if we open below 16,000 and in the first 15 to 30 minutes, we directly come above 16,000, then again it will be a positional long. But if in the first 15 to 30 minutes we are sustaining below 16,000, then definitely the scenario will become very bad. Okay, then we can look for a more bigger fall, right? Now, third situation, we open flat. Okay, we open flat. जहाँ हमने 16,200 पे some miracle happens on Monday and we open somewhere around here only towards the lows, right? Then in that scenario, if the market goes up towards 16,300, it will be a selling opportunity, according to me. So these are the 3 situations. Okay, the most likely situation is, according to me, my bias is that we open above 16,000, somewhere around 16,040, 50 around we open. And then we have to see where the situation lies in the first 15 to 30 minutes. Are we going below 16 or we are sustaining above it? That will give us a clear trend to play for at least 200 points, according to me. Okay, so if we are opening at 16,050 and we are going up, then definitely till 16,250 to 300 we will travel. Okay, there can be a good short covering. If we open below this, we go below this, we open at 16,050 and go below 16,000, then definitely I feel new lows can be made. Now talking about levels, obviously overhead resistance 16,404 is a big resistance, but now there is significant call writing at 16,300. So 16,300 is going to be our major resistance. Coming down to support, first support that we will find is somewhere around this level. Obviously logical, it's a psychological figure also. 16,000 बहुत important support भी है, काफी put writing भी हो रखी है 16,000 पे. It will gonna act as a first support. If 16,000 is taken out, we will definitely see our recent low, that is 16,000 or 15,670 से लेके 15,735 के range में, right? Below that, if we break, okay, which I don't think we should, but if we break, the final support will be 15,431 to 15,513, right? This is going to be our final support, which will be a very good buying zone. So I definitely feel this corrective down move that we have, okay, jahan bhi hum bottom lagaye, this will be our final bottom, okay, before we start our upward journey, because sooner or later global factors are going to come in line, right? Now moving on to Bank Nifty. A Bank Nifty mein situation is a little different. Bank Nifty is not looking as weak as Nifty, right? So Bank Nifty current price is 34,483, 34,500 मान लो आप round figure. Support आएगा 500 point नीचे, that is 34,000. Okay, so like we have the important 16,000 in Nifty, in Bank Nifty we have 34,000. Okay, so Bank Nifty will open somewhere around 34,000. Nifty will open somewhere around 16,000. Again, important thing to see is whether it holds this support of 34,018 to 34,117. This support Bank Nifty holds or no. If it doesn't hold this support, then directly we have a window which is 1,000 points lower, okay, which will be somewhere around here 33,000 के आसपास. Directly this window will be opened in Bank Nifty. Okay, now in Bank Nifty, last Sunday's video, if you have seen, we had discussed a few sectors. Okay, so let's see what analysis we had done last Sunday and what has happened. Okay, that is also important. So we had discussed Nifty Private Bank, we had discussed auto sector, we had discussed pharma, and we had discussed one more thing, energy we had discussed, right? So these four sectors we had discussed. So let's see. Now here we had formed a bearish engulfing. Okay, this is where we were on last Sunday. Uske baad we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days we had. Now we had clearly said avoid private banks. Okay, private banks have fallen. So analysis was on point. Private banks have fallen. Good to avoid. Okay, private banks like HDFC, ICICI, etc. Coming to the auto sector. Okay, now auto sector was one place where we were pretty confident that auto sector should fall. Auto sector did not fall, but I wouldn't say auto sector has given any great rally as well. But our analysis was wrong. Where it's wrong, it's wrong. Okay, so we did 4 sectors. We were right in 3. We were wrong in 1. Okay, so there's no harm in accepting that. So auto sector had also made a bearish engulfing here, but auto sector has retraced back to the trend line. But I still believe that since there will be pressure overall, we might see a dip. Now, the important thing to see is whether it will hold on to this 21 EMA. Okay, if it holds on to the 21 EMA, then we won't see any big fall in the auto sector. So 21 EMA is going to be the main Lakshman Rekha kind of to have a watch on. We were bullish on the pharma sector. We had maintained this support of 12,299. It had taken support here, it took support here, and again it has taken support here. Okay, so we are still bullish on pharma, right? Another sector that we had spoken about was energy. We had maintained this, there is this channel. Okay, energy has continued to be in this channel. Okay, it had given a good supporting candle here, and it has been kind of in a range. Okay, so nothing much movement has happened in energy sector. Now another sector that we would like to talk about, so ek to maine bata diya ki we are bullish on pharma. The other sector that we are bullish on that is looking good right now is the FMCG sector. Okay, so FMCG sector has taken support at the crucial 200 EMA. It's a very important exponential moving average, the 200 EMA. It has taken support at the 200 EMA. Now, especially when there is a crack in the market, pharma and FMCG are considered defensive sectors. Okay, these are sectors where when there is panic in the market, that time money is parked in these defensive sectors. So pharma and FMCG from that point of view also, and from the charts point of view also, are looking good. So for the coming week, you can focus on pharma and FMCG sectors. We have also handpicked 2 pharma stocks where you can invest, right? So we'll be discussing that as well. Before we move on, please, if you like the video, like button ठोक दो. Free है, कंजूसी मत करो, like button दबा दो, right? If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. So like, share, and subscribe. Moving ahead. Now, when I'm talking about I said Bank Nifty is not looking as weak as Nifty. Why is that? Although we saw private banks are looking very weak, but still, why is Bank Nifty not looking as weak as Nifty? It's because of this index called the PSU Banks. Okay, so PSU Banks are still okay, but so for example, HDFC, ICICI are looking very weak, but at the same time, SBI and Bank of Baroda, okay, just for example, I'm giving you, SBI and Bank of Baroda are not looking that weak. So when there will be a fall in Bank Nifty, you may see PSU banks outperforming private banks. So if you have an allocation of the banking sector in your portfolio, for the brief time, I would tell you that shift it from private banks to PSU banks. Okay, because PSU banks are not looking that negative. They have held on. This is the swing point in PSU banks that has not been broken yet. But private bank gave a bearish engulfing, etc., and it has completely cracked. Here also we had a bearish engulfing, but the major swing has not been broken yet. Okay, now moving on to what are our stock recommendations. So before we go on to the stock recommendations, something that I like to show you now. If I go to the weekly chart, okay, now this is HDFC Bank. Now we had a trend line here. Okay, this was a trend zone, not even a line, trend zone. And you can see it went above the trend zone, hit the 21 EMA on the weekly chart, and it has fallen back. Okay, so there's all probability that as and when we are cracking, we may again come back to the support level and take support there. Will definitely HDFC Bank will take support here, right? Same thing with ICICI also. If we see ICICI Bank also leading private bank, okay, this is not a good pattern. We've broken the 21 and 9 EMA as well, and forming this 1 2 3 candle setup at the top is not good. So this is why I'm not so happy looking at the charts of private banks. Now coming down to stock recommendations. So first stock recommendation is Biocon. Okay, so we have this support zone in Biocon 314.80 to 323.5. Now this support zone may we had given a breakout here, right at the left of the screen. You can see we had given a breakout here. We took support here again. Kind of we took support here, we took support here, we took support here. Again, we have taken support here. Okay, this is a very strong support in Biocon. Target will definitely be this trend line. ये जो ऊपर से trend line आ रही है, जहाँ पे हमने once, twice, thrice resistance लिया है, again I feel we will be hitting this trend line. Okay, so somewhere around conservatively you can say 365, 370 का target from the current price of 340. Okay, for the coming week. So maybe not the coming week, but couple of weeks maybe. But this is we are bullish on this. Okay, in case this support breaks, 315 breaks, then the view is negative, right? The next stock that we have is Dr. Reddy's. Okay, now isko hum daily chart pe dekhte hai for better understanding. Now Dr. Reddy's mein there is this crucial resistance zone. So we had given a breakdown, retested, again took resistance here, came back, again took resistance here, came back, again took resistance here, and now we are back trying to attempt. Okay, so now if you see current price is 4351. Now again when we hit this, minimum target will be 4417. Again we'll be at the resistance zone along with 200 EMA, right? So initial first target is going to be 4417. In case we break this resistance zone, okay, that is 4408 से लेके 4445 का एक resistance zone है. In case we break this resistance zone, then you can see a target of 4734 in Dr. Reddy's, right? So these were our two stock recommendations, Biocon and Dr. Reddy's. We have discussed our sectors. We are bullish on pharma and FMCG for the coming week. We are not so bullish on private banks. We think PSU banks will be outperforming. For Nifty, 16,000 is going to be the crucial level. If it holds on to 16,000, we will see a good bounce back from there. In case 16,000 breaks, we have 15,735 followed by 15,500. I don't think 15,500 is going to break under any circumstance. In Bank Nifty, first support is going to be 34,000 round figure. If 34,000 breaks, सीधा 1000 point का downside will get opened till 33,000. Okay, so this was an analysis. In case you've not joined our free Telegram channel, the link is in the description. You can join our free Telegram channel. If you want to become a premium member, we have an entire series of learning. So you get complete access to that, plus live market trades. What I'm taking, I share it with the premium members. So you can join our premium group. It is only $9.99 per month, very cheap, along with the entire YouTube video access, course access. Okay, so take care, guys. Enjoy the weekend. I will be catching up with you guys on Monday during live market hours. Take care.